Welcome to Season 6, Episode 7 of COMMCast. I'm your host, Savannah Bartlett. COMMCast is a production of the Longwood University Communication Studies Department and the COM 434 COM Lab class. This show is dedicated to highlighting the Longwood and Farmville communities. Today's episode is about the Call Me Mr. experience, so let's jump right into it. Joining us on set today, we have the president of Call Me Mr., Logan Macklin. Logan, thank you so much for being here with us.
Of course. Happy to be here and share a little bit about my great program.
So for those who aren't aware at home, what is the Call Me Mr. program?
So the Call Me Mr. program was actually started in 2000 at COMMCast University and then was brought to Longwood, the first cohort in the state of Virginia, in 2007. And actually, someone from our first graduating cohort, Mr. Byron Morgan, is actually our current director. So the program is dedicated to helping increase the representation of minority men in education, specifically elementary. We've now expanded, at least at the Longwood cohort, our reach to the arts, music, sciences, and even up into higher education.
Okay, so you guys recently had the Call Me Mr. experience. That was a pretty big event where you brought in some high school students. Can you kind of elaborate on how that went and kind of what the Call Me Mr. experience program was?
So yeah, Call Me Mr. experience, this is the second year that we've done it, and we had over 100 students sign up. We had students from DC, we had students from North Carolina even, and then we had people from Prince Edward just down the road. And it was a great way for them to be able to not only experience Longwood, but experience what college life is like. So we had just professors speak to them about what classes are like and how they're different from high school. We had some of our administration here at Longwood, like Dean McDonald, come and talk to them about how not only education is a powerful avenue for mentorship, but how the Call Me Mr. program can foster that. We even had some of our clubs and organizations come out and show the more fun sides of college. And it was a great way for them to really understand what this program is and what it's like to be a college student at such a young age.
Yeah, so have you guys gotten any feedback from those college students? Like what did they take out from it?
Yeah, we got a lot of feedback from our students that were able to be enrolled and come with their school, and it was nothing but great things. We have a few students who've already applied to Longwood, and even a couple that have even submitted their application to be in the program. And I really think that institutions like this and programs like this are perfect ways to be able to get students interested in college early, because so often do we have men, especially going to education, not thinking it's an option until they're already in college. So being able to show them that this is a possible avenue at a young age is going to make the classroom so much more diverse and really allow our teachers to represent our student populations.
So as an educator coming into Longwood, like what stood out about Call Me Mr.? What really inspired you to get involved with it?
Yeah, so from a young age, around like middle school, I knew I wanted to go into education, but I never saw anyone in those positions that looked like me. Of course, I was lucky enough to have a black male principal in my high school, but it wasn't until my senior year of high school where I had a black male teacher. And that had always kind of deterred me, but never really changed my mind on where I wanted to go. And Mr. Stevens, I'll never forget him, he was one of the main reasons that I knew I was supposed to be in education. And while I was touring schools, I saw some great education programs, but no school had the Call Me Mr. program, which is entirely dedicated to aiding and assisting people who look like me going into this field. And I think as the minority within the minority that I like to call it, as male teachers in general, we are the minority. I think 10% of elementary school teachers are men, and that is even smaller when we take into account men of color. And in my case, as an art educator, that percentage is even smaller.
Yeah.
So this program being able to assist me, to be able to put me in the positions and teach me the skills that I need to be able to be the next Mr. Steven for my students in the future is unmatched and was a no-brainer when coming to Longwood.
Right. So as an educator, there's a lot of things going on with our government right now, a lot of things, especially as a black educator. So I guess how are you navigating all of the challenges that are going on with the Department of Education right now?
Mm-hmm. I think I put myself in a lot of situations where this is of constant discussion, and I'm consistently having to not only battle with myself of what is I believe is right and wrong, but what my students need. And when I'm met with pushback about what I'm supposed to teach or what I'm allowed to teach, that gives me more motivation that I'm teaching the right things. And especially as an art teacher, I'm teaching every subject. I'm teaching science, I'm teaching math, history, English, and soon I'm not sure what we'll be allowed to teach, especially in history classes, so my students one outlet to be able to understand and get a glimpse into the real history that is America is through my classroom. So being able to teach freely what I want to my students and show them themselves in the artwork that they're viewing. So frequently we always look at old European painters when we have people of today that look like my students doing work that is, if not better, but more impactful given today's time. And I think implementing that as an educator is so important, especially through art, as it's one of the most intercurricular subjects you can take.
Yeah, no, that definitely is, that's something really good to have a sentiment of.
Mm-hmm.
But so that was our last question. And now we're going to kick it to our favorite break, COMMCast Trivia. So it's time for everyone's favorite segment, COMMCast Trivia. So Logan, we understand that the members of Call Me Mister take pride in education and service, but let's see how well you know your information about the program.
All right.
So for our first question, what university was Call Me Mister founded at?
It was founded at Clemson University.
See? And you are correct. So for our next question, what year was the program founded?
Here at Longwood or in general?
In general.
2000.
Let's see. That is also correct. You know your stuff, man. So what does the acronym MISTER stand for in the program's name?
So MISTER stands for Mentors Instructing Students Towards Effective Role Modeling.
I already know you got that one right, so let's put it on the board. And our next question, what is the name of the 3 HBCUs, also known as historically black universities and colleges, that collaborated with Clemson to launch the Call Me Mister program?
I know that, now I'm blanking.
You take your time.
I know that Grambling State and, that's the only one I know off the top of my head right now.
All right, well, let's see.
Dang.
There you go. Hey, y'all, everybody gets one wrong, so no big deal. So for our last question, in what year was Call Me Mister founded at Longwood University?
So the first year that it was here at Longwood was in 2006, and we had our first graduating class in 2007.
And you are correct. You even gave us a little extra information.
Yep.
So thank you, Logan, for joining us. And thank you all to everyone back behind the scenes in CommLab. And thank you for watching. Join us next week at Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. on YouTube for another episode of CommCast.